And Celestine had a color issue. So this is what she said. Coming back to my apartment to tell me that I had made the right decision, she told me that it was just as well. And this is a direct quote. Ashley is talented, but she is so big. She towers over the other girls, and she is too dark and ugly.
4 years, one name has hovered in the background of the Knowles dynasty like a shadow behind a throne. Tina Lawson. Not the star, not the headline, the architect. And when critics describe her as controlling or narcissistic, they aren't attacking her ideology. They're questioning her methods. This is what's really happening. In every powerful family empire, someone operates behind the curtain shaping perception, access, loyalty. According to long-running entertainment narratives, Tina has allegedly been that force. Not loud, but decisive. Now, critics will argue that strong matriarchs are always labeled evil, when they're simply strategic, and that's fair. But when the same adjectives surface across decades, controlling, image-obsessed, protective to the extreme, people begin to see pattern, not coincidence. Psychologically, audiences distrust invisible power more than visible fame. And when power feels hidden, it feels dangerous. If that perception hardens, this stops being gossip and becomes legacy warfare. So the real question is, are people reacting to truth, or reacting to the discomfort of a woman who built an empire and refuses to apologize for it?
I mean, are you saying Tina Jay-Z?
I'm saying it's all in the family.
What?
That's why they treat Solange so terrible. Because Solange ain't going for it. She's the real talent. She's the one with real integrity.
Wait a minute.
And the way she's been treated, it's disgusting.
Look at the circle of names repeatedly pulled into this orbit. Matthew Knowles, Richard Lawson, Solange, former members of Destiny's Child. That's not random. That's proximity to power. Allegations of manipulation gain traction when multiple insiders appear connected to the same narrative. Now, cold analysis. Association does not equal confirmation. Divorce, group conflict, and family tension are statistically common in high-pressure celebrity environments. Data from entertainment industry case studies shows that fame multiplies friction. But here's why this sticks, because it feels coordinated. When fans perceive that one daughter is elevated above the other, they don't see coincidence. They see design. At a human level, perceived favoritism triggers something primal. It resonates because everyone understands sibling imbalance. And when that imbalance plays out under global spotlights, silence becomes signal. That's where the emotional charge begins.
I want to thank God for protecting me. Thank you, God. I'd like to thank my Uncle Johnny, who's not here, but he's here in spirit. I'd like to thank my parents, my father, my mother, for loving me and pushing me. I'd like to thank my beautiful husband, my beautiful 3 children who are at home watching. I'd like to thank the queer community for your love and for inventing this genre. God bless you. Thank you so much to the Grammys.
When Beyoncé released Renaissance and Solange did not publicly amplify it, speculation ignited instantly. According to media chatter at the time, insiders hinted at tension, though none provided verified first-hand evidence. That detail matters. No proof, just pattern recognition by observers. But psychologically, absence in a public family reads louder than presence. Based on audience behavior trends, fans interpret social media silence as emotional distance. Now critics will argue that siblings don't need to perform support online. And they're right. But in celebrity culture, branding and family unity are part of the performance economy. When one sister appears central and the other peripheral, people assume hierarchy. And hierarchy suggests control. If this perception continues, the next narrative won't be about music innovation. It'll be about internal fracture. And that's where dynasties quietly weaken.
I envisioned the type of man I wanted. I prayed for the type of man I wanted, and I got pretty much that. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. But, he has a lot of the qualities. He has a lot of the qualities that I love, and we're having a really good time, and I'm enjoying life. So there is hope, women.
Then comes the divorce from Richard Lawson. Irreconcilable differences, financial settlements, non-disparagement clauses, legally routine, emotionally explosive. Here's the surgical truth. High-profile divorce agreements often include silence provisions to protect reputation and children. That's standard practice. But when silence is contractual, the public reads it as suppression. According to family law trends among wealthy couples, mutual non-disparagement is common. Yet in a dynasty already rumored to be tightly controlled, it reinforces the narrative of image management. And image management, when overused, begins to look like containment. This resonates because people distrust what they can't hear. If everyone signs silence, audiences fill in the blanks themselves. And that's a dangerous space, because imagination is rarely charitable.
Let me tell you something about taking a picture crying next to a garbage dump. That is the most dramatic thing ever. But I see, even though you're in such a way, you can still get your nails done, did, girl. And Jacoya was pregnant at the same time as Alexandra Wright. And this is all on it's a blurred line as to whether he was actually divorced from Tina or going through divorce. Whatever it is, it's really sloppy. I wonder what Solange says. You know what I mean? Because now that we know a bit about Solange, I wonder whether she windmilled him.
Matthew Knowles' documented infidelity and paternity cases are public record. That's fact. Where speculation enters is the idea that acknowledgement of those children was strategically limited. There is no verified evidence proving Tina enforced such restrictions. But here's why the rumor persists. In power psychology, the primary legacy is protected at all costs. When one branch of a family tree threatens the brand narrative, observers assume containment. Critics will say that blaming Tina shifts responsibility away from Matthew's choices. And that argument holds weight. He made his decisions. Yet the larger story isn't about who cheated. It's about who controls the aftermath. And in empire building, the aftermath is everything. If people believe legacy preservation comes before human connection, that perception alone reshapes public sympathy.
When you told Matthew Knowles that you were pregnant with his child, how did he react?
Very much, well, you can't get pregnant by me. It can't be my child. Can't deny it once DNA test comes out 99.9% that you are the father.
All single ladies, all.
The Destiny's Child departures, especially Farrah Franklin's, became flashpoints. Farrah publicly disputed the official explanation of her exit. That is documented. Matthew defended the business decision. Competing narratives. Now, analytically speaking, music groups historically fracture over management direction and brand alignment. According to industry data, lineup changes are often strategic, not personal. But emotionally, fans need a villain. When multiple former members tell uncomfortable stories, audiences assume orchestration. The suggestion that Tina influenced decisions to protect Beyoncé's positioning fits the broader power narrative, even without documented proof. And once that storyline locks in, every past decision gets reinterpreted through that lens. That's how reputations evolve from management to manipulation.
Farrah didn't show up, didn't call us, didn't let us know. Then we left Seattle to go to Los Angeles to take a nonstop flight to Sydney, Australia. So we haven't heard from Farrah. We get to LAX. We continue to call her. Finally, she got on the phone. So that part was absolutely correct. And then at that point, she said she quit.
Then come the more volatile allegations: tanning directives, styling control, image calibration to ensure Beyoncé stood visually apart. There is no verified public documentation proving such mandates existed. That distinction matters. However, colorism in the entertainment industry is well documented historically. Studies on media representation show lighter-skinned artists have often received preferential marketing positioning. So when rumors align with an existing societal
Well, that's not true. I've never missed a show, ever, or I would have got kicked out the group. You know how much I was getting paid to do a show, and that's the best part of my day? I'm not missing any shows. But when I leave the group, they weren't honest with people and said that I left. They were trying to give themselves more time to clear the air or whatever, but I've never missed a show, ever. And like I said, if I would have missed the group, then they would have kicked me out. So you can't say I'm missing shows if I'm no longer a part of the group anymore. That's a lie. Bold-faced one.
At its core, this entire narrative battle is about authenticity versus performance. Real family versus curated dynasty. People are no longer just consuming music. They are evaluating power structures. According to demographic shifts in...
Fortunately, my manager happened to be Beyonce's father. Matthew Knowles, he propositioned me to invite me over to the hotel to meet and speak with him.
Did Matthew try to sleep with you, Farrah?
I haven't met too many people in my life who haven't liked me. I'll just put it like that.
Farrah Franklin also alleged that Matthew tried to pursue her romantically, and some insiders claim Tina may have influenced how that situation unfolded. Now, at a cold, analytical level, parents intervening in children's personal lives is common, amplified exponentially when those children are global icons. But emotionally, this resonates because it casts a shadow over agency. Audiences. Then there's the tanning allegations during Destiny's Child's early days. According to multiple interviews, the other members were allegedly directed to darken their skin while Beyoncé remained lighter. Now, critics argue this could have been styling choice or branding strategy, and that's plausible. But culturally, color hierarchy in media is a real phenomenon. Psychologically, fans read it as deliberate positioning.
Yeah, that's right. You don't talk about Tina Knowles. Because what she did to Farrah is totally separate from the look that she possesses. Gorgeous woman.
Thank you.
However, I understand that she wanted you to, she was trying to downplay your naturally stunning looks while you were in the group. Did she have you dye your hair, or she wanted you to dye it something other than the stunning black that it is?
Yeah, my hair was red when I was in the group, actually. And I was
crown red, like those Kelly red? What? Oh, see.
Yeah. My hair was red. I look a lot different than when I was in the group.
Damn sure do, because I don't even recognize you.
Yeah.
I know your name, but I don't know you.
This is how I would have looked naturally, like, but this is the group. That's how they wanted me to look.
What else would they do to ugly you up?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's a bad thing, but I mean, I did have to tan a lot. When I tan a lot? Because they wanted Beyonce to be the lightest one? I mean, Michelle, I, and Kelly tanned sometimes, so.
Wow. And Beyonce wouldn't tan?
Not unless you're at a beach.
This extends to alleged control over individual group members' careers and appearances. Former members claimed Tina's preferences dictated opportunities and even physical presentation, sunbathing, wardrobe, hairstyles. One former coach described how Ashley Tamar Davis felt the pressure and observed an energy she couldn't fully articulate. Objectively, no law was broken. Subjectively, every directive feeds in.
And Celestine had a color issue. So this is what she said. Coming back to my apartment to tell me that I had made the right decision, she told me that it was just as well. And this is a direct quote. Ashley is talented, but she is so big. She towers over the other girls, and she is too dark and ugly.
Kelly Rowland's pixie cut is often cited as a turning point. Some allege Tina forced the change to prevent Kelly from outshining Beyoncé. Fact-checking reveals the pixie was iconic and helped define Kelly's image. She benefited professionally. But here's the nuance. Perception matters as much as outcome. If Tina's influence is viewed as controlling, then even beneficial outcomes can appear as manipulative strategy. This resonates because it mirrors the tension in human relationships everywhere. Power and guidance often feel like interference. At a broader level, these stories illustrate